just in terms of kind of like your own day in the life, like what are you kind of doing on a day-to-day basis? How do plant medicines come into play, and what do you have going on kind of looking forward in the future now?
So the plant medicines I'm most involved with are coffee and tea. And I have a daily involvement with those two plant medicines. I start the day with green tea, and then I have a cup of coffee a little later in the day. And I wrote about that. I mean, caffeine is a really important drug for me personally, but also for our civilization. And it's the ultimate example of the drug that meshes beautifully with a complicated capitalistic civilization, gets us to work better and harder, and offers very little in the way of challenge to the status quo. So those are the two I'm most involved with. I mean, I continue to be very interested in psychedelics, still have things I haven't tried, but I'm trying to think of any other plant medicines I'm involved with on a daily basis. Cacao, chocolate, very important plant medicine for me. And I had a tobacco ceremony recently, which is a really interesting plant medicine. And we have such a stigma. I mean, talk about context. There's such a stigma about tobacco. I mean, it does kill 400,000 or 500,000 people a year. And it's nasty in so many ways. But in traditional cultures, it is the most powerful, several of them, the most powerful plant medicine. So I was fortunate to be able to participate in a tobacco ceremony, which is, it's very powerful. It's very brief. It was just a reminder to me of, that there's a kind of small menu of plant medicines we deal with in the West, and that there are other ones out there. And this one is right under our noses, but we don't use it that way. We use it in the most lethal, stupid, disgusting way we could. But there is an alternative out there, and maybe it'll get rediscovered. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting. There are some medicine people who are offering tobacco ceremonies, and guess what? They're totally legal so far.
Are you talking about hape?
What?
Are you talking about hape, the snuff?
In this case, it's liquefied. It's liquefied. It's tobacco rustica. It's the kind that it's not used in cigarettes. It's even rougher than the kind used in cigarettes, and that it's soaked in water to make a liquid, and that is blown up your nose with a syringe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be a snuff too, and it's it just kind of takes over your brain for 10 minutes in a way that is very kind of, it's a purgative. I mean, it's cathartic.
Well, and
very physical too. More physical.
Yeah, it's very physical.
You're moving uncontrollably for a period of time.
That's something that people don't talk about a lot, is like the physical aspect of a psychedelic. Even in times that I've done hape, I'm like, brings you straight into your body in a way that is it can be abrupt. It can make you throw up. I've experienced that.